Hello, I'm Sarah Coates. Thanks for joining me. We begin in Iran, and the New Yorker is reporting that the Islamic Republic's foreign minister was last month invited to the White House, with Mohammad Javad Zarif turning down that invitation as he didn't get approval to go. This Zarif has come out to tell Iranian government media, ICANA, that Tehran will further move to reduce its compliance with the 2015 nuclear deal and may even withdraw from the pact altogether, as the United States did last year. Now, the move is being seen as an attempt to force remaining signatories of the deal to help the Islamic Republic and shield it from crippling sanctions imposed by the US. This as the Trump administration slapped sanctions on Zarif this week, freezing any assets he may have in the US, although he says he has none. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump is calling for a new nuclear pact to be signed by both Russia and China after an old deal, the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty with Russia, ended on Friday. Since then, the Pentagon has announced that the US is set to accelerate its development of new cruise and ballistic missile systems following its withdrawal from the treaty. The historic arms control treaty was originally signed between the US and the Soviet Union, but 6 months ago, Trump announced the withdrawal, criticising Russia for violating the agreement. Now, international voices are warning of a potential arms race, and NATO is pointing the finger at Russia. Talks have resumed in the Qatari capital of Doha between US and Taliban officials as they look for ways to bring peace to Afghanistan, which is now into its 18th year of war. The US, which invaded the country back in 2001, is planning on withdrawing troops, but only if certain conditions are met regarding security. Afghanis go to the polls in September, with Washington hoping to strike a deal with the Taliban by September 1st. Trump speaking to reporters at the White House saying a lot of progress has been made. There's been a delay launching Israel's Amos 17 satellite, which was supposed to blast off from Cape Canaveral today due to a delay with the SpaceX launcher. Engineers have found a problem with the valve in one of its engines, while adding to the delay, wet weather in the area. The new launch date is set for between Monday and Tuesday, with the SpaceX, renowned for launching satellites and spacecraft into the atmosphere, with the company owned by Elon Musk. We're seeing live images about to come in now as huge rival protests are taking place in Hong Kong, one supporting police, another anti-government, as demonstrators enter their 9th week, plunging the city into chaos. Authorities there say they're toughening their stance, clamping down on protests, but citizens are vowing to continue, calling out police brutality and demanding the resignation of Hong Kong Chief Executive Carrie Lam. Stern warnings coming from the Chinese military as well, saying that it's ready to stop the intolerable unrest if requested. Originally, the protests began over a controversial extradition bill, but have morphed into a wider range of issues, including what people there say is the erosion of their heritage. There's no grace period for UK's new Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who's straight to work dealing with a number of problems, including this severely damaged water reservoir, which is on the verge of collapse, with fears it's going to flood the town below if it does. The dam, which is holding 300 million gallons of water, is in terrible shape, with officials in Derbyshire saying lives are at risk. A Chinook chopper also joining the efforts to stabilise the wall, dropping a mixture of sand, gravel and stone to reinforce it, while water's being pumped out as heavy rain's been falling across northern England, with a severe flood warning issued for the area.
Well, it's looking dodgy but stable is how I would describe it. I mean, they've done an amazing job. As you can tell, the Chinooks have brought in about 400 bags of stone. Huge quantities of aggregate have gone into that hole, and you still can't really tell that the hole has been filled. So there's a major structural problem with the dam.
And that is all we have time for this edition. I'm Sarah Coates. Thanks for watching.